Okay friends, today I'm making Finsk Brod, which is also Danish butter cookies. It's a tradition that's been passed down in my family generation after generation. We always make the cookies around Christmas time. You start by sifting 4 cups of flour. And then you add a cup of sugar, 2 cups of softened butter. You want to leave the butter out to soften to room temperature. You don't want to zap it in the microwave because that can cause the butter to melt and it won't maintain the consistency you need. And then you work it all together, add a pinch of salt. And you want to knead it with your hands for about 5 to 10 minutes until the dough all comes together. Rinse off my hands. The hardest part about making the cookies is the actual technique of rolling them out. You want to start with a fistful of the dough, about yay much. Flour your workstation just a little bit. You put too much flour down, then the dough will tend to break apart and won't hold together. But you don't want it to stick either. And then you roll it out with your fingers. You want to roll it out with your fingers spread apart like this into about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch diameter. So you just keep working it. You start from the middle and you roll out towards the ends. The ends start to come apart. You can tap them together or pinch them together. And you just keep rolling them down until you reach the correct diameter. Trying to make it even all the way down is the hardest part. And then you tap it with the tips of your fingers all the way down, all the way back. You don't want it too flat, but just enough. And then you take a knife and you want to cut 2-inch sections diagonally so they're in the shape of a diamond all the way down the roll. I'll remove the ends, we'll use those later. And then what you do is you dip your cookies into some beaten egg and some sugar just on the top of the cookie. You don't want to submerge it. And lay them on your cookie sheet. You can bake these at 375 for about 8 to 9 minutes. You want to check on them, make sure they don't get too brown. You want to pull them out just when they start to turn a golden brown. If you cook them too long, then they'll have a burnt taste to them. When they're all done, they should look like this, just very lightly golden brown. And it's also important that you bake them on the center rack in your oven. If you bake it too low to the heat, it'll burn the bottoms even though the tops look good. And that's basically the art of making Finsk Brod.